Welcome back, everybody, to Breakfast Television. Dina Pugliese, Sid Cixero here with you. Last Friday is the first time we saw some pictures from St. Vincent and the Grenadines regarding a volcanic eruption. Videos went viral. It has not stopped moving since. There have been explosions almost daily. There was another one just a few hours ago. This video you're seeing right here is fresh video. Water is becoming scarce. Power is becoming even more scarce. It is a bad situation down at St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we are, pleased is not the word, but I think it's important that we have someone down there to tell us what they are seeing. So Cuthbert Tucker has been kind enough to join us. His power is okay. And he's joining us live right now on Breakfast Television. Cuthbert, thank you for joining us today. Appreciate it.
And good morning, I'm welcome. Thanks for having me on your show.
Cuthbert, tell us what it's like living there right now. I know you're in the south part of the island, so you're not evacuated yet. So what have you been told to do at this point? It's been 40 years since we've seen this volcano erupt, right?
That is correct. Today's actually 42nd anniversary since it last erupted. This morning around 6:40, it had another big eruption, which I find since it erupted on Friday the 9th, which was the largest of them all. From the south end, you can literally see, and the volcano is over 20 miles away from us, and we see it perfectly clear. In terms of devastation, most of the northern end of the island seems to be devastated. Villages like Sandy Bay, they are basically covered with ash. The roads are impassable. Some residents decide to stay up there. The conditions are very horrible. The streets, they're basically full of ash. Everywhere you go, it looks white, literally white. The water supply right about now is very low. The water authority is trying to ration water, and in some cases where people cannot get pipe-borne water, you literally have to take trucks and deliver water to residents.
And Cuthbert, this is during a pandemic, so not only are you all dealing with COVID-19, dengue fever, and now this. I imagine anybody who lives near a volcano, you're constantly literally looking over your shoulder, thinking one day, and now it's here. So what is your plan, and what are you hoping for? Are you in desperate need for basic supplies right now? What's the plan in terms of evacuation? And what does it look like outside your window right now? I know you should be staying inside where it's safe, but what does it look like for you right now?
This morning when I woke up, it was very bright and sunny, but after the explosion, it became a bit dark. Like after 5 in the afternoon, how it looked gloomy, like the sun is about to set. That's how it's looking at this point in time.
So your situation specifically, Cuthbert, you're going to ride this out for a bit. How concerned are you?
To be honest, I'm not that much concerned. The problem is the ash that is really affecting us in terms of breathing, and also limiting the water coming to residents in the safe zone. We really in short supply of water. We really need water, basically. The shelters, the government have been they have been speaking with different agencies and also different governments around the world in terms of providing supplies for the shelters and so on the residents. But water is our biggest concern at this point in time.
You're all in our thoughts and our prayers. We're all watching this very closely. You can't even imagine what this must feel like. I'm sure you're glued to the news feeds. Is that how you're keeping, how are you knowing what's going on? Is it radio feeds? Is it television? How are you all checking up on one another?
Well, we're mainly doing the social media, mainly at the Facebook and WhatsApp.
Okay. And I know for viewers, look at the Canadian Red Cross or any agencies that could be delivering aid when needed most right now, right? For anybody watching?
Yes. Yeah. Aid will, you will contact mainly the government through the National Disaster Emergency Operation, which is NEMO. They're the one responsible for collecting most of the aid, but also I'm in a non-profit organization, SPG First Responders. We have been going around to different shelters since Friday, like assisting with erecting showers, helping out in terms of supplies to the residents who have been displaced or had to evacuate from the northern end to mainly down in the safe zone. So we've been doing our part. In some cases, when we're driving on the road, the visibility is so low, you can just basically see the hood of the vehicle. You can't even drive at times. That's how thick the ash is at times.
Cuthbert, for a lot of reasons, we're thinking of you. From a supply standpoint, from the ash standpoint, from the fact that we don't know what else this volcano is going to do here over the next little while. We really, really appreciate you jumping on here and telling your story to Canadians across the country. And thoughts and prayers is a term that I don't use a lot lately because I feel like it's a social media thing that people just kind of throw out. But speaking person to person, thoughts and prayers to you and the over 100,000 people in the vicinity, and stay safe. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Love to you and your family.
We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you having me on this show this morning.
Take care,
Thank
Cuthbert.
you.
There is
Thank you. Take care.
Cuthbert Tucker joining us live from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where a volcano, La Soufrière, that began erupting last Friday, is continuing to erupt. So all the best to everyone down there. Wanted to get his story on air. I thought it was important. We're going to step aside. Before we do, one more reminder of what You Sound Off is today. The Canadian government will be giving Air Canada nearly $6 billion in the form of a loan. It's a complicated deal. Question is, should the Canadian government be helping out big business, especially now? 1-866-267-3797. That's the email address. That's the Twitter account. Coming up a little later on, You Sound Off on this Tuesday on Breakfast Television.